So today I want to talk about Linnea Sterte's new book, A Frog in the Fall, by, I don't know how to pronounce it, PEOW Press. This is the book. It comes in this slipcase, beautiful drawing by Linnea. And the book is interesting. This is part of a Kickstarter they did, although you can find it on their site. This looks almost handmade. It's got almost like a cardboard kind of cover. The stitching is kind of interesting, but it's a really great little book. So I just thought I'd talk about it for a minute. It's landscape format, obviously. This is a really sweet, simple story. Not simple, stupid, not simple that it's not engaging. It's just a really sweet story. This could be, as my friend Amir told me, this could be an all ages book, and I agree. Art is in this cream paper, various shades of blue. It's a story basically of this little frog who joins these two frogs who are trying to make their way into the tropics. And this is set in Japan. Although it's very subtly implied until later on you read the notes and you realize, oh, it is Japan. So it's a swell story, it's sweet. They go across the land. There's like a whole little community where they have frogs have houses, and they actually know that, hey, it's coming, the winter's coming, so you have to stock up. It's a really cool little universe. Humans exist in this universe, so it's almost like a little world within the regular world. And this little frog, and that's named the little frog, he's just such an engaging, charming character. He's young. So he's young, but he's not totally naive, but he sees the world wide-eyed. And, you know, they'll go through, and there's adventures where they go through, you know, over the land. They meet, you know, sprites or spirits that live in certain trees. They encounter certain animals along the way. It's just, I don't want to spoil it. This is a really lovely, sweet book. This is a book that, when I say all ages, it really is. A little kid could read this book and they'd like it. An adult could read this book and they like it. It has its own pace and tone. It's very different than her last book, Stages of Rot, which was, to me, very Mobius influenced. This is just a gorgeous little book. I'm glad I backed the Kickstarter. I'm glad this is out for people to read. This is just another great book from this studio. Really enjoy it. I'm not going to spoil the ending. It's just like I said, it's a sweet, nice story. I read this in one day in 2 sittings. This is easy to read, and I love the use here of negative space. It doesn't detract from anything. You know, so there's a lot of negative space that's used, but then whenever you have to like draw scenery or the ocean here, it's there. So it's sort of like manga where, like here, see here, he's dancing and it's just white background. But then here you have much more drawn and colored. It's just a really lovely book. The facial acting is great. This little frog is endearing. I mean, all the characters, they're likable. But this little frog is endearing, sweet, and you actually, you know, care about the character. Again, here, white space, but all of this. It's a great use of this landscape format. Hats off to her for really squeezing what you can out of this long format and doing things here that you couldn't do in regular comics without it looking weird. Just love this book. So you can get this from PEOW Studios. It's available at their store, or you can probably order it through your local comic shops, or the better ones at least. I forget what the price is. It's a really great book. I found this book charming and sweet, and I'm really glad I got it. this is the perfect tonic. After reading the Book of Genesis adaptation by Robert Crumb, which is very detailed and in depth, a lot going on. This is a great thing to read, it's light, easy to read, but it's got a beautiful story. It's got a sweet tone to it. It's just a delight. Like I said, I recommend this book. And I said you could read this to little kids, and I think they would like it too, and as well as adults. Thanks.